Roddy Short had taken a slap shot from out over the blue line. And, of course, that was a stinger and then back upstairs.
Yeah, that shot seemed to shake him up a little bit, and McGurk jumped on the rebound. Didn't have our recording set before the game, Robert, so no replay. We'll get replay on the other goals. Same thing happened last night. You think I'd learn once, right?
Well, you know, some of us are not quite as adept at learning as others are.
I'm only here about 3 hours before the game.
The assist number 4, Roddy Short. Time of the goal, 58 seconds.
So 1-0 for the Cataracts. First period of play. Ryan Power. He'll drop it back. Breakers were never behind last night until just a couple of minutes to go in the game. They held the lead through most of game one. See how they do now playing from behind here early in this one.
It's going to be interesting to see how they respond, George, and that's key for them right now.
There's Chris Hodge out there. He'll drop it back and head to the bench. Tipped in by Beard. Lindstrom. David Byrne couldn't get a stick on it as it was up along the dasher. Brown couldn't hold it in. He'll drop it back. Pass to Beard. Hoff read that well. Knocked the puck off the stick of Beard.
Trying to take away space.
Oates to Chafe. Byrne steps into Chafe. Chafe gets the pass now in over the blue line. Tried to drop it back. It's kept onside. Shot by Oates. That was blocked. Hoff dropped in front of it. Feed it back to the point. Shot comes in. Whiffen got a piece of it. Southern Shore responding here. That went off his skate and cleared away. Yetman elects to go to the bench rather than try and chase it down. That pass way in behind Nicholas also misses Kennedy. Goes down the ice. It's going to go right on goal, though. So A.J. Whiffen will cover it up. We'll get a face-off in the Cataracts end. 16:53 left to go first period. 1-0 for the Cataracts.
Puck went down the ice, George, as a result. They had two forwards come back and both curled on the same side and didn't have a passing option from a D-man. Therefore, it went to the open wing.
Clean face-off win. Cadigan, he had a couple of goals in last night's game for Southern Shore. Rings it off the boards. It comes to the left point, thrown in front. Tipped to the near boards now. Nicholas with a shot save made by Whiffen. He'll hold on to it. No rebound.
And Cadigan, outside of their goaltender last night, Mark Edmond, I thought was their best player, George. Nicholas played a good game, so did Tebow. But Cadigan stood out both offensively and defensively. Really liked the way he moves the puck. Anticipates extremely well.
A lot of ice time, too. Barely came off the ice in the third period last night.
Yeah, I mean, he plays upwards of 40 minutes.
Hounsell around. Gill off the boards. Was looking for Cole, just a little bit beyond his reach. Kennedy's hit along the boards. Following up on it is Andre Gill. Gill drops it back. Cole drops it. Shot off his skate.
Maybe two passes too many. Definitely one.
Yeah, I would agree. Unselfish play, but sometimes being selfish results in goals.
It does.
Gill. That went off a stick. That center, Sims will loft it down in deep. Yetman hustling down there against Cadigan. Cadigan played it along the boards. Wicks couldn't catch up to it. Peter Kavanaugh, side his blue line, forced back by Yetman. Kavanaugh turning. Thought about giving it to Power, but it's forced back again. Wicks watching him closely. Pass in behind Hodge. Going east and west right now.
Well, their forwards are up too high, George, and stationary.
Wicks stole it. Kavanaugh came back to take it away from Wicks. Kavanaugh backhands it in. Went off McGurk's stick. Whiffen will cover it up.
Didn't mean to interrupt you there, George, but the thing is that we've seen 3 times now that they've tried to make passes. Their forwards are up far too high and they're stationary. Therefore, a pass up to them is not going to be effective at all. So they need to have a forward come back down for a little bit more puck support and come out as units. This one 65-foot pass is just not going to work. The Cataracts are point at 1-3-1.
Face-off win by the Breakers, but it comes out over the blue line. Brown played it up. Wicks stole it. Brown stepped into Wicks at the blue line. In behind the Breakers' goal. Power lofts it in. It's blocked away by Whiffen into the corner. Lindstrom goes in there. Chafe. McGurk's lost his stick. Chafe's got the puck. Back at the point. Shot in. It ricocheted and went wide. Power will hold it in. Power fakes the shot. Good pass. Gale with a shot. That may have hit Chafe in front.
I think it did.
So the Breakers responding with a good shift.
Beard had a really good shift. Got a nice pass away, a shot, and a good check.
Pass through the middle. Knocked down by Cole. Cole with a little toe drag. Got the shot away. Bussy with a backhand. That was blocked. Neat little move by Michael Cole.
Really nice dangle.
Froze the defense. Pass way too hard for Loveridge. Oates will get the return pass. Kennedy will tip it in. Roddy Short back behind his goal. Short with an assist on that opening goal by Kyle McGurk. The 58-second mark here in the first period. Hounsell. Loveridge didn't do a whole lot with that. Short's got it again. Short is knocked down. That draws a round of applause from the crowd. Oates with a shot off the shoulder of Whiffen. Oates got a lot on that one. Bussy able to get away from the forechecker. Heads up, and last night we saw a puck go flying into the stands down in that area. It came off the stick of Patty Yetman. I was talking to Patty earlier today. He felt really bad about it. He said he tried to just clear it out. He said the puck kind of bounced a bit and went off the top of his stick. The lady who was hit, apparently it grazed off. Well, we thought it hit something. It hit her husband first.
Oh, okay.
And then ricocheted and hit her and cut her open quite badly. She had to be taken to the hospital in ambulance, waiting to get a report today on how she's doing. But it was scary.
It was. It certainly was. And, we watched it come just down to our left here.
Puck stays in over the blue line. Wicks overskated it. Breakers move it out. On at first, it's Thibault. Looking for Hodge. Two of the CBS players. Wrist shot high over the top of the goal by Cadigan. Wicks with it. Lifts it up in the air. Gill got a stick on it. Touched by Cadigan. Cadigan will dump it back in. The Breakers have responded well since giving up that early goal. They've had the better scoring chances since.
They certainly have. They're getting their feet moving more now, George.
They steal it down low. Thibault. Hodge. Out in front and wing it off the goal post. Brandon Baird set up in the slot. Hit the goal post. That one goes wide. Cataracts on their heels. Sent down the ice. That'll be an icing call. Robert, we've got to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Drive into the new year with a new GM vehicle from Riverview Motors. The winter sales event gets you up to $10,500 in value credits on select vehicles, like the 2018 Silverado and Sierra Crew Cab trucks. There's even 0% financing for up to 84 months. With a limited supply of 2018 model year trucks, your time is now to get that great deal. And trades are welcome. Visit the sales team at Riverview Motors, 75 Lincoln Road, Grand Falls, Windsor. Riverview Motors, celebrating 50 years in business.
Mike Brent was going to wind up, and Patty Edmond got a stick in there and made the pass to him. He ended up making the shot wide. It was touched by a high stick by one of the Cataracts. Now it's touched up by the Breakers. Dumped in, wide of the goal. Roddy Short to Danny Wicks. Wicks up along the boards. He'll clear it in. He'll go right to Mark Yetman. Yetman confidently, well, he looked confident, but it did go off of Wicks and up and out of play. He was taking his time there, and Wicks closed on him a little quicker than I think Mark realized.
Well, he went to his backhand, and he was hoping that Wicks was going to come all the way around so he could do the reverse, which was his intention. Off the backhand and went up a little high. Handles the puck extremely well.
Bussey wins the faceoff. Hounsel gets it in over the blue line. Nicholas poke checked as he got to the blue line. Cleared away by the Cataracts, but Oates has it. Stephen Oates, veteran player, avoids the hit, gets it to the boards. Nicholas following up on it. Bussey's got it in around behind the goal. Chopped down the ice. The puck is on end and rolling, and that will be an icing call against the Cataracts. 10:34 to go here in the first. Opening minute goal by Kyle McGurk.
One of the things, George, coming back through the middle of the rink there, Nicholas coming through, and you have a forward checker there, or a back checker, I should say, for the Cataracts, and 2 D-men, and you're not going to be able to, chances are to beat 3 of them. You got to be able to dish that puck either left or right. It got turned over, and the Cataracts result coming back at a scoring opportunity.
Cole. He lost it along the board. Stump back in. Sims and Fowler collide. Lindstrom stepping out from behind his goal. Nick Lindstrom tipped in by Yetman. Racing onto it is Cole. Getting back just in time was Fowler at that long reach. Hounsel backing around behind the goal. Goes over to the far boards. Played out. Lindstrom's waiting for it there. Flips it back in. Not much sustained pressure in the Cataracts attack here in the first period. It's been mostly the Breakers who've had the puck control. They've got it again. They took it off the boards. Backhand right in front. Player turns around. There's going to be a penalty. That puck's still loose.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a cross-checking penalty here in the crease, George.
That was Chris Hodge. Great set of hands. Leading scorer in the East Coast Senior Hockey League this year. Took that pass and didn't just bang it in. He turned. And
that was a nice move. Really good move, and that's a skill. And it resulted in a goal-scoring opportunity. The Cataracts will take the first penalty of the afternoon. Stephen Sims is going for 2 minutes or less for cross-checking.
So the pressure by the Breakers results in a penalty to the Cataracts. They get rewarded with the man advantage. We'll redo that face-off. Clean face-off win for the Breakers. Beard hit down low. Whiffen made the save.
Net is off.
That's the same post that came off 2 or 3 times last night. It's the only one.
It's the only one, yeah. And they fixed it last night, I thought, pretty well, but it's needs to be secured again. And of course, as a goaltender, that's you use the post to help you push off, and even AJ there just pushing off with his right leg, and it's coming off quite often. Matter of fact, it came off a couple times last night, and the referee behind the play put it back on and allowed the play to continue.
As the play was heading up the ice, that time obviously they had to stop it. Oates. Bad pass picked off by Wicks. Cataracts are away shorthanded. Wicks and McGurk. Power got a stick in the way of that pass. Stolen though by McGurk. McGurk with a shot. Tried to go high, short side.
Terrible defensively down here for the Breakers now, just trying to fish for the puck on a power play and giving up 2 goal-scoring opportunities.
Roddy Short sends it down the ice. Yetman leaves it there for Ryan Power. Minute 15 to go in the power play. Cleared in. Short got a stick on it. chopped it out. Whiffen just got a piece of that puck, just enough to slow it up so that Short could get to it.
It's important.
And the puck goes 200 feet down the ice. Nicholas, his pass. I got caught up in the linesman a little bit over there. He handled it cleanly, and again the Cataracts get it out. 48 seconds to go in the power play. Thibault just in over the blue line. Kavanaugh got it to Nicholas. Nicholas back at the point to Cadigan. Cadigan across. Back to Cadigan. The pass off the mark, went between his stick and his skates and came out.
Just looked up quickly, and there it was.
Kavanaugh will bring it back in. He lost it. Mike Brent's got it. Brent will clear it. Just 10 seconds to go now in the man advantage. Stephen Sims getting ready to come out of the penalty box. Nicholas leading the rush. Sims is out of the penalty box now. The Cataracts have killed it off. That was touched by Power, so no icing. Back to get it. Braden Brown to Blake Dalton over the blue line. That'll be offside as the puck bounced and got a little bit in behind the Breakers player.
Just prior to the penalty was the best scoring chance that the Southern Shore Breakers had on that power play. They had some good puck possession, George, but they didn't get anything directed at the net. You can hold on to the puck as long as you want. If it doesn't get to the net, as a defender, you're saying, we've done our job.
Sam Hounsell gave it to Brent. Got away from Brent a little bit. That's kept onside. And cleared out to center and back into the Breakers' end. Ryan Power. Good pass up to the middle onto the stick of Keenan Kennedy. Kennedy's in over the blue line. Takes it down in around behind the Cataracts goal. Back to the point for Power. Power winds up. That was blocked by Wicks, and then Gill tried to feed Wicks, and that pass was just out of his reach. It'll be an icing call against the Cataracts.
One of the things that coaches tell their D-men, if you're going to take a shot and you see a guy is coming towards you, a forward, you better make sure it goes through, because if it doesn't, it results in a turnover and oftentimes a breakaway the other way. Went off of Danny Wicks' pads, didn't get ahead of him. Gill tried to pick him up. Those are ones that you sometimes need to probably go in the corner with.
Cadigan, Breakers doing a good job in the face-off circle as they did last night. Cadigan circling the goal, tried to throw it out in front, cleared away, and it'll come out over the blue line. Daniel Cadigan. Good quick pass up ahead to Beard. He gets hit by Hoff, and the puck comes loose. Delayed offside against the Breakers. Hoff's pass was picked off, but Lindstrom got it up ahead. Then it was mishandled. Comes back to Lindstrom. Byrne got a stick on it and clears it in. Fowler off the boards, gets it to Beard. Nice little touch pass. Gets Chafe and through the middle and over the blue line. Nice move. Got around Bussey. Got a shot. Then that was blocked by Hounsell. Bussey. Hounsell heading for the front of the goal. Bussey makes the pass across. Shot. Big save by Yetman. Puck is loose. Hounsell fed it out in front, but right onto the stick of one of the Breakers. Kavanaugh got it along the boards. He lost it. Taken by Sims. Kept in at the far point. Wrist shot. That was blocked by Yetman and comes out into center. Oates sends it back in for the Breakers. Short tried to chip it off the boards. It came dangerously out in front for just a moment. Cleared away by the Cataracts. And it's Andre Gill. Gill with Cole. Gill holding it. The trailer is Sims. Sims with a shot missed by a couple of feet short side.
At least.
Brent off the stick. Right down to Yetman. Yetman will give it up to Stephen Oates. Kavanaugh. Thibault, great pass down low. Try and get it back out in front. It's been a good line for the Breakers here in this first period.
They've had some good puck possession down low, George. They move it well, and they get back in position. They just don't move the puck and stay there. They move and then go for open ice, and that's the thing. Offensively, the way you create offense is that you move to open spaces. Defensively, you take away those open spaces. Sounds simple?
That's the line with the two CBS pickups, Kyle Thibault and Chris Hodge, along with Peter Kavanagh.
Good skaters, good puck handlers, read the ice well.
Oates pinned along the boards. Cataracts get it out to center. Under 4.5 to go here in the opening period. Dump down into the corner. Hounsel.
Heads up!
That's coming right behind you, Robert.
Did not mean to yell and scream, but well, we've had
I
enough.
was scared.
We've had enough. I could actually see this one, so I got the right hand up, you know. He curved just back of here off of the back of the building and come down. No damage done.
Our location is essentially, as mentioned last night, on the walking track here at the Jack Byrne. Got it curtained off a little bit for us,
Beautiful spot,
but
though.
only 3 feet from the back wall.
Yeah, very close.
Good pass on the tape of McGurk. Penalty coming up to the southern shore. McGurk circling the goal, fed it out in front. It's touched up by Nicholas. And the first penalty to the Breakers.
It's going to be a rough down behind the play over there. It was a check made, George, over on the boards. And, of course, you know, the retaliation is going to get caught every time. It was just a nice solid hit on the boards. And Southern Shore Breaker took offense to it, got up and gave him a punch to the back of the head, knocked him down. And, of course, the Cataracts will go on there. Power play afternoon as Brown sits for 2 minutes or less for the Southern Shore Breakers.
Braden Brown gone to the penalty box. 3:55 to go here in the first period. Just that one goal came in the opening minute. McGurk. So now Cataracts on the power play. They've got Sims and Lindstrom back at the point. One-timer by Lindstrom. Held in by Sims. Down to Yetman. Yetman back to Sims. We give it back to Patty Yetman along the board. Yetman back at the blue line. Sims with a one-timer. Went wide. Cole is on it. Back to Yetman. Sims, puck bounced, kept it onside. Lindstrom paid it down into the corner. Cadigan spun away from a check. Yetman read that, knocked it down, kept it in. Sims towards the goal. That just floated wide. I don't think Mark Yetman had any chance of seeing that.
Did not.
Sims off the boards. Sims threw it in front of the goal, but easily picked off, and that goes up into the roof here at the Jack Byrne. Faceoff will come outside the blue line. 1:10 to go in the power play.
That power play unit that the Cataracts had, George, totally a different look than we normally see. As the first unit went out there, and of course you had Sims back on the point that time, which is a little different. Michael Brent will now be replacing him and Roddy Short on D in a full new forward line.
McGurk, Wicks, and Gill. Puck is stolen from the faceoff by Beard. Beard got it down into the Cataracts end, helped kill some time. 1 minute to go now in the penalty to Braden Brown. Short, good, quick pass across to McGurk. He'll bring it in over the blue line. Now throws it around behind the goal. He'll come back to the point. Short's got it, throws it back in behind the goal again. Gill had to go off his stick. Off the board, Short couldn't hold it in. Gill. Wicks was heading for the front of the goal. Now he's got the puck in behind. Back to Gill. Gill back at the point to Roddy Short. Short winds up. Hard shot. Just missed the net. Chafe is on it first for the Breakers. He gets hit along the boards by
I'm not
Wicks.
sure. That's just a good, hard hit. He was in a tough spot. It was a good, hard hit. Danny Wicks finished his check, and it resulted in a penalty. That's one of the ones that we haven't seen called. You know, it's a tough battle, and Danny Wicks is not a big guy. It was a great check, and if you're the coaching staff on the Cataracts, you're just telling him that's a great job.
Danny Wicks had only a couple of penalties all year.
And, you know, the officials down there, he watched it, and, yeah, it was up against the boards, but, I mean, it was away from the boards. You know, he had turned. He was fully engaged. That's the one that the fans get upset over.
15 seconds left to go in the penalty to the Breakers. So 4-on-4 briefly. Cataracts win the face-off.
Number 63,
Half.
Danny Wicks, 2 minutes for boarding. Time in the penalty, 17 minutes. 50
Cadigan.
seconds. Wicks for boarding.
Shot.
17:50.
Changed direction. Whiffen made the save, then it's cleared to the boards. Breakers are now on the power play. Yetman's got it, feeds it back to Sam Hounsell. Hounsell will turn, gets it up ahead to Sims. Breakers were changing. Sims will backhand it in. He'll go into forecheck. Kavanagh ran into the referee. Now Cadigan will come back to pick it up. Minute 24 to go in the penalty to Wicks. Thibault into the middle, looking for Nicholas. Shot! Just wide. Comes off the end boards. Looked like Nicholas was tied up, but still managed to get away. A great shot. Cataracts come up with the puck off the end boards and clear it down the ice. 1 minute to go in the power play. Stopped by McGurk. McGurk rejects it.
Last minute play in the first period.
And we're into the final minute of the first period. Cadigan. Chris Hodge. Looking for Gale. Gale has knocked off the puck. Short. Didn't get much on that. Players battle down in the corner. Chafe and Lindstrom, they continue their battle. Bussey gets it, and Bussey will send it down the ice.
Two big battles there as well, George. Some heavy hits down low, and Nick Lindstrom and Beer were engaged. Cadigan and Bussey.
Here's Beard. In over the blue line, threw it into the middle, cleared away to the corner by Lindstrom. And once again, down the ice. That one chance for the Breakers early in the power play. That's been about it. Time running out. Got to shoot it in a hurry as Wicks comes out of the penalty box. Held it a little too long. Not sure. He looks up, realizes that time had run out.
Nice move. However, time was not on his side, and the Southern Shore Breakers get out with just down by a goal after 58 seconds. Could have been, and of course, Cataracts had a couple of opportunities just shortly after that, and it was one of those strange type of goals. Roddy Short just took a slap shot from right over the blue line as he was waiting for his teammates to clear the zone, and it caught goaltender Mark Yetman high in the shoulder, and as you can see, as he was trying to get back into position, McGurk got in the puck and beat him glove side. First period summary, George. Cataracts at 58-second mark, as we just alluded to. McGurk from Short, 3 penalties in the period to the Cataracts. At 10:16, Sims 2 minutes for cross-checking. And then the Breakers at 16:05, Brown 2 minutes for roughing. And then the Cataracts at 17:50, Danny Wicks 2 minutes for boarding. Shots on goal after 1 period of play here at the Jack Byrne Arena. 11-9 in favor of the Southern Shore Breakers.
All right, folks, we're going to take a break on our webcast. We'll be back with the second period of this game between the Cataracts and the Breakers. You're watching the 2019 Herder Memorial Trophy Championship Series. Second period coming up. Game number 2. All right, teams are back out on the ice to start the second period. Cataracts lead at 1-0 on a goal 58 seconds into the first period by Kyle McGurk, assist to Roddy Short. And that's been the only scoring. A couple of penalties in that period, one to each team. Two to the Cataracts, one to the Breakers. Three penalties in the period. None on the board as we start this second. Just waiting for the intermission clock to wind down. The players are out there. They are ready to go.
World Cup, we were up, 8 games in the World Cup. The World Cup happened 2 years ago. We were up.
All right, play underway here in the second period now. Puck just inside the Southern Shore blue line. Sims has it down low, tried to feed it out in front. That was stopped by Fowler. Goes back to the point. Brent diving for it, couldn't get it. Whiffin's going to have to come out and play it. That's 61. Kennedy was looking for it. They turned it over. Nicholas with a hard shot. Save made by Whiffin. Nicholas got it again. That one was blocked by Lindstrom. So a big turnover by the Cataracts.
Resulted in Whiffin playing the puck up along the boards. George just never got it hard enough. He needed to go behind his net with that or get it out with some more force.
Fowler behind his goal. Cole was watching him. He'll leave it for Oates. Matthew Oates skates it out. Shot in well wide of the goal. Picked up over in the far side by Hounsell. Just relayed out to center. Hodge. Clear it in. Thibault was hit along the boards, but they keep it in. Shot. And Short had to go off his skate and then just cleared it to the corner just in time. Knocked down at the blue line. And Robert, I'm not sensing the same type of atmosphere here for this game number 2 as it was for number 1.
I was thinking the same thing, George. It's not. It doesn't feel like a Herder final now like it did last night with the intensity. It's just not the same intensity here today.
And a slow start to this second period. A couple of chances for the Breakers, but
you must have read my mind.
But going on.
No, and I was thinking the same thing. And I actually, as I was taking my walkabout during the intermission, spoke to a couple of fans, and they basically said the same thing. They said, last night's game, obviously the first game is obviously a little different, but they basically were saying the same thing. It's not the intensity, not the hard hitting that we experienced last night. Maybe it'll pick up.
And very quiet.
Very quiet, yeah.
Last night was a boisterous crowd. They were loud. They were into it. And I suspect it's a lot of the same people. But
yeah,
and maybe part of it last night was with the Southern Shore, the home team getting on the board early, getting that 2-goal lead early. Got them pumped up. This one, we're still waiting for something to happen. That shot went off a couple of skates. Pinballs out into center. Lindstrom turns, flips it off the boards. Neat little pass by McGurk, finds Wicks. Wicks with a shot off the stick of Yetman, straight up in the air. Puck goes to the boards. Wicks battling for it. McGurk got a skate on it. Now Wicks has got it, backhands it in towards the goal. Gill tried to knock it out of the air.
You've seen him do that before.
Got saved by Yetman. He's got it as Byrne got away a pretty good shot. No rebound that time.
I just love the way that Yetman is down there, George. He never gets flustered. He never gets excited. The puck goes down around his pads area. He's not very calm, cool, collected as we've seen before. Makes the save. But just prior to that, the puck got him up high and it careened straight up into the air, but it was stayed in play. Never hit any one of the rafters.
Yeah, went way up. Yeah, from down close, it went off the paddle of his stick. And
yeah.
The angle just sent it straight up in the air. Again, trouble with that net down to our right. That's the one we've been having issues with. And again, that same post.
Sometimes they just don't cooperate. The other one is off its mooring now. One was bad, 2 is worse. Any way we can fix those, George?
For today's fundraisers taking place for Kenny Williams. Chuck-a-Buck taking place in the second intermission. Also, tickets being sold on the Texas Mickey to be drawn for in the third period.
I hope my wife got tickets on the Texas Mickey. I'd really enjoy that now. Warm up my toes.
Well, after you get home.
Well, yes, after I get home. And we do have a long drive home after today's game, too.
Yep.
Let's just hope that we don't have a lot of snow.
Yeah, we got to get everything packed up here and loaded up. Head home after a bit of an extended road trip. Short, in towards the goal. That floats wide. Yetman will get to it on the far side. Swings it around behind the goal. Bussey looking for it. It's cleared away. Matthew Oates round the boards and out the other side. David Byrne plays it back to Mike Brent. Gives it right back to Byrne. Byrne lifts it up in the air, flips it in. Cadigan looking for it. Pass up towards the blue line. Sent back by the Cataracts. Cadigan forced back deep in his own end again. Both teams will sneak in a change. Matthew Oates, that misfired. Down the ice will be an icing call against the Southern Shore Breakers.
George, I'm not quite sure if the coaching staff for the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts have let the players know up front, but I'm noticing now just about every opportunity they get to make a check on Cadigan, they're doing so, finishing their checks, and of course that takes its toll. He plays a lot of minutes, a lot of hard minutes. Even on the power play, you have to come back for puck retrieval. That takes a good out of you, and he's getting hit just about every shift now.
Power. Gill watching him, gets the pass up ahead. Gill stole it. Gill tried to feed it down for Cole. Taken away by Kavanaugh. He'll leave it for his defense. It's knifed in. Goes in behind the Cataracts goal. Whiffen played it away. Hounsell was going the other way. Came out in front. Thibault just missed it.
Well, poor communication here, D-man and the goaltender. He's got to realize that play.
Yeah. Whiffen came out to play it, and Hounsell went one way and the puck went the other and ended up on the stick of Thibault. Here's Gill from the point. Way wide of the goal. Gill stole it and had it taken away. Hodge turning. Quick pass to Thibault. Kavanaugh heading for the front of the goal. Backhand save made by Whiffen, cleared to the boards by Lindstrom. Hodge partially fanned on us. He tried to throw it in front. Gill pass went in behind Stephen Sims. That'll be an icing call. We'll be right back.
Kelly's Bar on Hill Road is the place to be in Grand Falls, Windsor. They've got a fully stocked bar to suit anybody's taste, including 6 varieties of draft beer on tap. There's always a friendly staff on hand to serve you with a smile and a big, beautiful outdoor deck. Watch their Facebook page for daily specials, karaoke every Thursday evening, and of course, Kelly's is famous for its live music every weekend. Something for everyone at Kelly's Bar, Hill Road in Grand Falls, Windsor.
Puck went into A.J. Whiffen. He held on to it and give up a rebound. So we get another face-off. One cleanly by the Breakers again. Fowler plays it down into the corner. Hoff is on it first. Ahead for Wicks. Wicks off the boards. Gets it to Yetman. Patty Yetman stops at center. Nice little pass as he waited for Wicks. Wicks following up on it and knocked off the puck. Comes up along the boards. Wicks has got to come back. He left it for Roddy Short to take. Yetman had a look up. McGurk was caught well inside the blue line, so he pulled it back out, gives it to McGurk. McGurk tried to tip it in, didn't get much on that. They'll allow the Breakers to move it up ahead. And again, they turn it over. Knocked down by Wicks. Always got to be careful. Wicks getting away from a couple of defenders, moves it up ahead. McGurk to Yetman. Shot deflected just wide. Wicks stole it in round behind the goal. Danny Wicks looking out in front. Yetman has a look. Shot. That went off a player. Changed direction. Came out the short side. Roddy Short couldn't hold it in at the blue line. Hopped over his stick. And he's got to retreat. Yeah, things picking up a little bit.
I like it.
Short poke checked as he got to center. Brent following up on it. Sends it down in deep. Mike Brent going into forecheck. Fowler's there. Pokes it away. Brent knocks his man down. Puck comes out to center. Bussey has it off the boards. Taken by Lindstrom. Lindstrom, good hit from Cadigan. Cadigan decides to lay one on himself. Little payback.
It was. Nick Lindstrom, a big guy as well, but he got opened up.
Nicholas is away. Jeremy Nicholas cutting inside. Bussey just got a piece of him, enough to knock him off the puck.
Nice move by Nicholas, however.
And Nicholas stays with the puck. Wraparound shot. Didn't get through. Was blocked by Bussey. Bussey will send it down the ice. And this will be enough for icing. The Cataracts will get a change, as will the Breakers. We're down to 13:43 to go here in the second period.
Good shift by the Breakers that time, coming back up the ice. A nice little move by Nicholas, going from left to right, bringing it to the inside. And as you said, Bussey just got the hip on him at the end of it. But then he continued with the puck, come around, a little wraparound, had another opportunity. Breakers need to get in on a little bit more of a forecheck, George, and get some secondary chances. They're just getting the one shot, and that's just not quite enough at this stage of the game.
Yetman chips it off the boards, up ahead for Gill. Gill, that'll be offside. Sims touches it. He does. Didn't realize it was offside. He's going to bring it all the way back.
That's a good call by the official. Even though Sims is not aware, here's it. Gill makes a move at the blue line, George, and puts his forward offside, and it comes all the way back. I heard the official yelling out, outside wide. So Steven Sims decides to keep going in. That's one that it's an easy call for the official.
Face-off won by the Breakers. Oates, that was blocked. Racing away, Patty Yetman. Yetman, shot, save is made. Rebound is in, they score!
George,
Andre Gill.
I said it in the first period, you cannot force pucks through shin pads.
You did?
Just can't do it. And not only that, if you remember when that happened earlier, it was with Patty Yetman on this. Patty Yetman goes in a great lane, and of course the defenseman tries to force it through. It results, goes off his shin pads. You've got to go in the corner with that puck. You just can't force it through shins.
So Andre Gill with his second goal of this Herder Championship. Got the Cataracts on the board with the first goal last night. It's another one now. And quickly, an icing call against the Breakers.
And George, it almost resulted in a breakaway in the first period when Danny Wicks and he tried to get the pass. Patty Yetman tried to get him the pass, or Gill, and didn't result. That one there.
Bussey behind the goal. McGurk looking for it. McGurk pushed into the boards. 4 players in there. Wicks in there fishing for it. Pulled out by Nicholas. Up ahead, Matthew Oates. Good pass. Bussey was knocked down. Oates. Down into the corner. Bussey's got it. And Bussey lifts it out. Robert's going to mention, Brandon Bussey is a player that the opposing fans really don't like. And that time he got knocked down hard along the boards, and there was barely a ripple here in the stadium.
There was not, and usually that will bring people to their feet.
Last night you were hearing all kinds of noise for that sort of play.
You were?
I'm not sure what's happened. If it's a Sunday blues. I've heard of the Monday blues.
But yeah, you're exactly right, George. And of course, I'm sure the fans are, just hoping or praying that, they get something to cheer for and they need a goal. And if you don't get the goal, then usually, a check where, will fire people up. And as you said, and it happened right below us, and there was no reaction. I mean, it's only a 2-0 game here, and it's only game 2 of the series. There's a long, long way to go.
Shot by Yetman. Made the save. And I think there's been a penalty called, Robert?
No, the official lost. He lost position on the puck.
I thought he was pointing at a player there for a moment.
Yeah, pointing to the face-off top, but it looked like he had trapped it, but he had lost sight of it and blew it down.
Face-off win, short. Winds up, hard shot, missed the goal. Yetman with a shot. That goes over the top of the goal. Thibault working against Hoff. Fed it in front. It's loose in front. Stolen away. Kavanaugh tried to get the shot. Hodge lost his balance. There was nobody near him. He just tripped.
A little toe pick.
The Cataracts ice it.
Put on a real nice move as well, and he avoided a check of Hoff and put a nice little move and then just lost a toe pick and lost possession of the puck, and the Cataracts decided to ice it and get some fresh troops out there. Never a bad idea.
Cadigan towards the goal. That goes wide. Breakers are on it. Fowler, shot towards goal, played away by Whiffen. I think A.J. Whiffen looks much better in goal today than he did last night. He seems to be tracking the puck better.
Yeah, it looked like he fought the puck a couple of times last night, and of course, a couple of quick goals on him. One that I'm sure that he would like to have back, the slap shot goal by Cadigan. But however, he looks very calm, and the A.J. Whiffen that we're used to seeing here today, redirecting pucks up and out of play, which is also a skill.
That shot got through, came off the end boards, hit the post as it came out. Breakers coming really close. Gill with a shot, save is made. Puck came off the end boards, out in front, and then they banged it off the near goal post.
That's the wrong call. That went off of the other team and resulted in it being a delayed offside. The puck came out, and then the player on the Southern Shore Breakers brought it back in, which means that it should be onside, not offside. And that's what the Cataracts are complaining about. Fisher missed that one.
Not a whole lot you can do about it once the whistle goes.
No, that's about it.
Replace the players in their position and go from there. Well, Thibault just got the toe of the stick on it to avoid the icing. Whiffen decides to play it around the boards. Knocked down over there by Kavanagh. The puck was up high, and Kavanagh able to knock it down. And the puck goes out of play over on the far side. The face-off will stay in the Cataracts' end.
I don't know, George, if I can ever remember so many pucks going out of play before. But we're having a lot of pucks go out of play.
Well, you did mention the glass is a little bit short here
Yeah,
on the sides.
It is. And, of course, because of that, and it's not quite as lying down around the back either as in some other rinks. Makes a big difference.
Byrne is away for the Cataracts. Working against Nicholas. Byrne holding it. Delays. Good pass in front. Hounsell was on his backhand. Tried to give it back to Byrne. That was in his skates. Yetman turn. That hit a couple of players. And that's cleared out by the Breakers. Short over to Hounsell. That's picked off. Here's Jeremy Nicholas. Nicholas with a shot. Whiffen's got it. Got between the arm and his body and holds on to it. Very confident looking save.
You look at Sammy Hounsell, he goes right down right away and says, AJ, thanks for bailing me out there. That's one of those lurking in the weeds there type of a play. You're hiding behind the forechecker, and Sammy Hounsell doesn't spot him, goes a rink wide pass and gets picked off.
Almost at the halfway point of regulation in this one. 10:15 to go in the second period. Cadigan back at the blue line. He'll wind up the big clapper again. Whiffen tracks it, plays it to the boards. Oates to Chafe. Chafe pinned against the boards by Sims. Oates in there looking for it as well. Chafe has got it. Back at the point. Fowler mishandled and it comes out over the blue line. Cadigan backing up at center. Back to Fowler. To Chafe. Chafe brings it in. Chafe cutting into the middle, makes the pass. Cleared away by the Cataracts. Again, maybe one pass too many.
I think so, George.
Cole was weaving in 1-on-3. He lost it. Chafe gets run over by Sims.
Chafe went back into the forecheck. You want to try to avoid that forecheck.
Breakers are changing. Cole, again 1-on-3, drops it off for Gill. Gill, slap shot. Blocker save made by Yetman. Thibault to Hodge. Hodge along the blue line, through the middle, shot, just went wide.
That was a nice play.
Hodge finishing his check on Yetman. Half off the boards, gets it to Wicks. Wicks sends it down deep. Yetman out to play it. Kyle Thibault down the left side. He'll gain the blue line. Thibault. Poke checked by Lindstrom. Puck is still there. Yetman comes back to help out. Gets it over to Danny Wicks. He'll give it back to Yetman. Yetman in over the blue line. Pass just a little bit behind Wicks. Wicks takes it through the crease. Yetman's got it in front looking for Wicks. Cleared away by the Southern Shore Breakers down the ice. Going back to get it is the captain, Mike Brent. Oates trying to track him. Brent swings away from Oates, gets away at center. Mike Brent with a good looking rush. Dumps it off the end boards. Cole was in looking to get it. Now the Breakers counterattack. Oates with Nicholas. Circling the goal. Couldn't get it out in front. Comes back to the point. Matthew Oates with a shot. Back at the point again. Aylward. Fed it in front. Nicholas looking for it. Didn't get much on the shot. That hit a Breakers player. Oates out at the blue line. Stayed in momentarily. Then cleared out. And then they give it away to Loveridge. Loveridge trying to cut inside. And to help out Aylward. Up at the blue line. Taken by McCarthy. Over the other side. Oates. Good sequence here for the Breakers as they try and get on the board. Finally, the Cataracts get to it. That'll go down the ice. That will be an icing call. We'll be back.
Tired bodies are there.
Drive into the new year with a new GM vehicle from Riverview.
Okay, that was the replay. We'll hold that commercial break for the next chance. Robert,
No problem, sir. Thought that was a very effective shift that the Breakers just had there. Then they had some good puck possession down low and had a number of opportunities. Bodes well for them for the next couple. You can try to build off of that.
Whiffen made the save. Not sure he saw it, but he was in good position. Then it was cleared away from the front of the goal. Lindstrom gets rid of it. Beard. His shot. Stopped by Hounsell off the boards for Gill. Gill will get it out. Sent right back in by Cadigan. Caught by Lindstrom. Lindstrom will bring it out. Pass up ahead. Finds Wicks. Wicks looking for Lindstrom. Pass was in his skates. Lindstrom's got it behind the goal. Over in the corner. Cycles it back down low here into the near corner. Wicks will pick it up there. Danny Wicks tried to poke it out in front. Puck comes back to Wicks. Shot off the stick of Cadigan. Wicks has it again. Danny Wicks. Down to Gill. Gill poked it to the other side. Sims was looking for it. Cole held it in momentarily. Now the Breakers bring it out. Kavanaugh's the trailer. Shot puts it wide. Now it opens up a little bit, Robert.
It has, and it's exciting. I like it.
Gill faked the drop pass, takes it in. Shot saved by Yetman.
Beautiful move there.
Hoff steps into one. Rolling puck goes wide. Hodge will pick it up here on the near boards. Taken out by Thibault. Thibault down the left side working in short shot. Short side, hit the post, stayed out.
Went behind Whiffen. He didn't know where it was to.
He thought he had it between his arm and his body like a previous shot. That one got through, hit the post, and came out the other side.
It did indeed.
Breakers coming close. Thibault. Thibault's knocked down. That's going to be a penalty.
It's an easy call for the official. Sammy Hounsell got his stick engaged. Little turnaround, can opener, and the Southern Shore Breakers, who've had some real good shifts in a row. There are three, my account. We're going to power play here now with 5:14 remaining here in the second period.
And there's the evidence as they retrieve Sam Hounsell's stick.
Yeah. Guilty as charged.
But again, you create all that pressure. You haven't gotten a goal. You've come as close as you can. You get the power play as a result of hard work.
You do indeed.
And they win the faceoff. Cadigan. It's been all Breakers in the last 5 minutes. Except for that one rush by Gill. Here's a chance. Whiffen deep in the net. This time he's got it.
Any deeper, he'd be in the net.
Good save on Chris Hodge.
Hodge got a nice little wrist shot too, George. He puts it in on the toe to stick, brings it in, lets it go. Good release.
Nicholas against Yetman in the face-off circle. Nicholas wins it cleanly back to Cadigan. Quickly they throw it over to the far point. They were looking for Cadigan. Couldn't get it to him. Nicholas has it. Nicholas, top of the circle, allowed to walk right in. Shoots it. That was blocked by Mike Brent. Kavanaugh fakes the shot. Brent was down in the shooting lane. Back to Cadigan. Over to Nicholas. Hodge. Cadigan, one-timer. Blocked by Brent again. That time with the shaft of the stick. He checks it to make sure it's not broken.
Got in the shooting lane, and that's key to killing penalties.
Couple of blocks on that sequence by Mike Brent. Chafe. Back to Beard. Cadigan with a shot. Didn't get all of that one. Went off the toe of the stick a little bit. The Breakers have changed up their forward line. Off the stick of Wicks, but hustling to get it is Gale. Gale couldn't get it out in front. Collision in behind the goal. Lindstrom played it around. Kept in by Cadigan. Down to Beard. Battle along the boards. Oates comes up with it. Back to Cadigan. Cadigan with a wrist shot blocked by Bussey. Another shot blocked. That one may have hit Gale in front.
It did.
Gale's got it. His shot again off a couple of sticks. A lot of shots getting blocked. Nothing getting through to Whiffen.
Not getting through. You got to love that if you're a defensive coach for the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts, and A.J. Whiffen will give his teammates a little pat on the back.
Just 8 seconds to go in the power play. Cole knocked it down. That'll do it. Hounsel's out of the penalty box. He'll head to the bench. Replaced by Andre Gill. Nope, actually they were going to, but then the puck started coming up, so Hounsel will stay out there. Beard in front, backhand well wide by Dalton. Cole has it. They don't get it out. Kept in again by the Breakers. Cole to Yetman. Yetman to Sims, just beyond his reach. Sims trying to get it out in front to Cole. Comes to the boards, taken away. McCarthy made the pass over. Breakers bringing it over the blue line. Offside as Power took the shot.
As soon as you bring that stick back, George, like that, you're going, or you got your forwards going in full motion. That's obviously going to result in a offside call. And the thing is that one there, you just better wristing it in or give it up to the forward who's ahead of you and try to keep the momentum going as best you can.
Thibault trying to cut in front. Hounsel stayed with him. Hounsel takes Thibault to the boards. The puck goes up in the air, and it'll hit the rafters here at the Jack Byrne.
Yeah, one of the things that you're seeing that the Cataracts are beginning to do now, George, is when they don't have a passing option, instead of, trying to make something out of nothing, just getting the puck out of the defensive zone, which is obviously key.
Another shot blocked, that time by Gill.
Unbelievable job that these forwards are doing blocking shots.
Wicks crisscrossing with Gill. Wicks stopping, going down into the corner. He's taken to the boards. A leg lock down in the corner.
Seen that wrestling moves, George? You've called those too.
Wicks with a shot, put it up high into the mesh.
Wicks is complaining. He's saying, you made a check on me. However, he grabbed my leg, and it's not a whole lot I can do. He probably had a case there. Officials having no part of it, however. And then as a result, he takes the puck and shoots it after making a great move. Goes up high and into the mesh. Results in a face-off outside. 1:58 remaining here in the second period. Cataracts still clinging to a 2-goal lead. 2-zip.
Breakers haven't scored since they got that 3-1 lead early in the second period of last night's game, and that's one of the reasons I think the crowd is a little quieter.
Yeah, they haven't had a lot to cheer for.
Jeremy Nicholas trying his best. They've come close. There's a shot by Power. Whiffin's got it. No rebound.
No, and not only no rebound, George, but if you look at it, there was 3 white jerseys down inside of the hash marks to defend, and that's so important right now. And the bottom line is that no matter if it's a basketball game, if it's a hockey game, you have to pay the price defensively, and the Cataracts are doing so right now to try to prevent the Southern Shore Breakers from getting on the scoreboard.
Defense is sometimes as much of a mindset as anything. You have to commit to it mentally.
Very much so, and it's not easy, and it's hard, but it's rewarding.
Yeah, scoring goals is fun.
It is indeed.
Blocking shots, not so much. Yetman off the boards to himself. He's got Cole with him. Yetman, toe drag, holds it. Backhand, didn't get through. Shortest shot, scores!
That's a broken play, and that's a big, big goal for these Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts, George. Yetman made a nice little little chip move on the boards here. Going down, had an opportunity, tried to get the pass over to Michael Young. Down and out. Cataracts 3-0.
As you say, a huge goal.
Just a minute and 17 left.
The third goal is huge, and then when you do it late in a period, it just amplifies.
Yes, indeed.
The size of the goal.
Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts goal scored by 4, Roddy Short.
So Roddy Short's got himself a goal and an assist in this game. A quiet game last night.
43 seconds. Short from Yetman and Cole at 18:43. Last minute of play in the second period.
Wicks knocked down as he tried to duck under the Southern Shore player. Kavanaugh held up by Brent. Played back into the corner. McGurk lost it. Hodge out in front. Shot. Whiffin's got that. It's still loose to the side of the goal. Now comes back to the point. Cadigan. Shot wide.
Just wide.
Fowler has it. You see A.J. Whiffin actually trying to push Mike Brent out of the way of that shot.
Yeah, either get out of the way or get out and get him. Not an easy man to push either.
No, he wasn't successful. Cadigan dumping in, hit the stick of Bussey. Lindstrom with it, just 15 seconds to go in the period. Up the blue line, turned it over. Here's McCarthy, pass across. Lindstrom just got a stick in the way of that. Chafe in front, Brent's got it. Plays it into the corner. Just a couple of seconds left to go. Won't be time. The pass comes over to Cadigan. And a good second period for the Cataracts. They led it 1-0 after one. They've added 2 here in the second, lead it by 3 after 40 minutes.
Yeah, the intensity picked up a little bit towards the last 6 or 7 minutes, and the Southern Shore Breakers had a couple of really good shifts in a row, but they're going down there now, and I'm just watching their body language, George. Heads are hung, and of course down 3-zip. Very tough.
It's got to be tough for them because, as we talked about during that period, there were long stretches of the second period where Southern Shore were really coming on.
I thought so.
They came very, very close to a couple of goals. That goalpost, the one that went off, Whiffin went in behind them, came out the other side. They did everything for about a 6-7 minute stretch other than score, and you come away with nothing for all that hard work. And that probably explains the body language.
Yeah, it does. And the other thing is, George, is that, and we spoke about it last night and again today, and we've seen it a number of times, that you can't force pucks through. And the Cataracts, willingly or unwillingly, they're doing a great job of blocking shots. Second period summary, Cataracts at 6:38, Gill from Yetman. Then at the Cataracts at 18:43, you just saw Short from Yetman and Cole. And the only penalty in the period to the Cataracts at 14:46, Sam Hounsel, 2 minutes for holding. Shots on goal after 2 periods of play here at the Jack Byrne Arena. 28-19 in favor of Southern Shore Breakers.
All right, third period coming up in about 18 minutes.
Drive into the new year with a new GM vehicle from Riverview Motors. The winter sales event gets you up to $10,500 in value credits on select vehicles, like the 2018 Silverado and Sierra Crew Cab trucks. There's even 0% financing for up to 84 months. With a limited supply of 2018 model year trucks, your time is now to get that great deal, and trades are welcome. Visit the sales team at Riverview Motors, 75 Lincoln Road, Grand Falls, Windsor. Riverview Motors, celebrating 50 years in business. Driving.
3-0. Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts leading Southern Shore Breakers as we head into the third period. Game number 2. Southern Shore controlled the play for a lot of that second period, but couldn't get anything past A.J. Whiffen. A lot of shots were also blocked by the Cataract defense in the forwards. And the Cataracts came back with a couple of goals. So Southern Shore hasn't scored in a while. Now they need to score in a hurry, down by 3.
They certainly do, George. It's a pivotal next goal for them.
Talking to a number of people, as you were, between periods. And the thought is, right now, the Breakers are in a big hole, down 3-0. And if they don't come back, they will have lost the first 2 at home. And it's tough to win back at the Joe Byrne.
It's always tough no matter what time of the year, but particularly her year and a veteran team as the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts have.
So they need a huge third period here. Hounsell drifts it way over the top of the goal. Ryan Power had to duck to get out of the way of that. Kennedy, wrist shot wide of the goal. Picked up here on the near side. Backhanded up into the mesh. That's going to bring the face-off outside the blue line.
And George, to go back to if they do go down 2-0, I mean, they're going to need, if they want to come back out this way again, at least a couple of wins. It's a 3-game set next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, games 3, 4, and 5.
McGurk knocked it down. McGurk a little bit too far for Wicks. Wicks takes it off the boards. Back to McGurk. He got a tip. Came to the side of the goal. Yetman kept it out. Didn't look like anything was going to come of that play. Shot scores!
That's a goal they needed.
Tibble, what a shot. What a rocket. Just pulled it back and ripped it top shelf.
He did indeed. I think that may have caught A.J. Whiffen underneath the crossbar. Glove saw it, but it was a howitzer to say the least. You see him just come in, top of the circle, uses the D-man as a bit of a screen, even though I thought the D-man got out of the way enough so that A.J. could see the puck. However, regardless of which way you look at it, it's a very much needed goal, an early goal. 3-1.
Timely.
Indeed.
Minute 21 seconds into the period. Breakers get on the board. May get this crowd going a little bit too.
Yeah.
That was a topic of conversation between periods. How quiet it's been. Kyle Tibble. Going to be a penalty coming up to the Cataracts as well here, Robert. Patty Yetman's going to get one. So that's going to,
well, that's a great opportunity for the Breakers.
Add to the drama here. Chancey in front, shot, that was blocked. Rebound is there, Nicholas with a shot, that was blocked. And finally it's touched up. Hey, Southern Shore not going away quietly.
No, and you say that not going away quietly, George, and it's the loudest that we've heard the billing all afternoon. 2 great offensive opportunities, and even then, just with the a little bit of a push there in the back, and of course, Patty Yetman is going to go 2 minutes or less for high sticking. So great opportunity here now for the Breakers to get within a goal.
The momentum beginning to swing. They sense they need to do something, and they are taking care of business right now. Get it within 1.
Time of the penalty, 1 minute, 54 seconds.
Tibble fanned on it. McGurk has it. McGurk sends it the length of the ice. Southern Shore out shooting the Cataracts 31-19 to this point.
That's a lot of shots.
Nicholas heading for the goal. Backhand save made by Whiffen. Puck is in behind the goal. Sitting there. Wicks will get to it first. Wicks away with McGurk. 2-on-1 shaping up. Wicks to McGurk, one-timer over the top of the goal. Wicks plays it down deep, killing a little more time. Minute 13 to go into power play.
Tremendous penalty killer.
Short around the glass. Stopped there by Nicholas. He takes a bump. Knocks down Short, but the Cataracts get it out. Oates quickly turning as the Cataracts are changing. Trying to get around Brent. Brent's got it. Kept in by Thibault. Swings it over to the far side. Down along the boards. Played in by Oates. Behind the goal, it comes out in front. Rattles around. Back at the point, and it comes out. Cadigan back at center.
I think there's too many men, George. Net is off, sorry. Excuse me.
It's the net again.
It's the other post this time. But it was there was a couple of quick changes over there by the Southern Shore Breakers, and when I looked over, I was counting 6 or 7, but now the guy coming on did not touch the puck. They did have puck possession, however.
Again, Robert, it is that same post they're working on.
I'd say both come out this time.
Yeah, they're going to work on both. One down to our left hasn't been an issue. The one
Never.
to our right certainly has been.
Last night and today.
30 seconds to go in the power play. Face off outside the blue line. McGurk against Chafe. McGurk won it. Cataracts get it down into Breaker territory. Ryan Power over to Thibault. Mishandled it a bit. Gale plays it back. Over to Power. Gale. Hit along the boards by Wicks. Puck goes to the boards. 10 seconds to go in the man advantage. Referee yelling at him to move it. And it'll come to the blue line. Not out. Kept in. Penalty's over. Yetman's back out. Puck comes up along the boards. Ryan Power had it momentarily. Yetman out of the penalty box tried to feed Wicks. Tough angle on that pass, and it goes for icing.
Yeah, went through the skates, and Paddy Yetman jumped to the penalty box, grabbed that puck, and got it up to Danny Wicks, or tried to get it to Danny Wicks. 15:58 here, remaining in the third period. 3-1 in favor of the Cataracts.
The Cataracts kill off that penalty to Yetman. But Southern Shore, a bit of momentum after getting that early goal here in the third. Yetman swinging wide against Fowler. He's flying into the boards. Gill tried to kick it up to his stick. It's cleared down the ice. Hounsel, little bump. Nicholas plays it in, and Nicholas gets bumped by Bussey. Bucking behind the Cataracts goal. Pass through the middle to Bussey. Bussey in over the blue line. Shot over the top of the goal. Comes out. Bussey's on it again. Put that one right through the crease. Hounsel's got it along the boards. Hounsel holding it in along the boards. Against a couple of breakers. Comes loose. Daniel Cadigan with it. Cadigan up ahead to Scott McCarthy. McCarthy will play it in. Whiffing out. Whiffed on it. He tried to play it up along the boards. Comes right out in front. Hoff has it. Almost gave it away. Cataracts a little sloppy with the puck.
A little panic with the puck on that time.
Oates. Puck squirts loose. Races on. Cole has got it. Cole cutting in front. Yetman with the save.
Cole does have some good wheels.
Sims stepped into his man. Well, Steven Sims has thrown more checks in the last 2 days I've seen in quite a while.
He's just like a torpedo hitter, George. He just goes with reckless abandon. He wants to hit anybody always on the forecheck. He's a great forechecker in that regard.
Thibault, the goal scorer. Ducked under the hit from Hoff. Hoff comes back, pushes him down. Oates with a shot. That rebound is loose, and it's cleared by Lindstrom.
Hodge had a great chance.
Lindstrom just avoids a hit as the hitting picks up, pace picks up, volume in the stands picks up a little bit too. Looking for Cole. Cole touched it, so no icing. Cataracts will get in a full change.
Good call by the official just below us.
Matthew Oates dumps it in. Short is on it. Yetman tipped it to McGurk. McGurk to Yetman. Yetman fanned on it, gets the second one. That one off Brown wide. Yetman's got the rebound, hit the outside of the goal. Yetman still on it, having a look around, back at the point. Brent with the big wind-up. That was blocked by Beard.
And Beard is lucky he had to pay it straight to his heart.
Now it's Beard bringing it out. Beard trying to cut inside of Mike Brent. Brent stayed with him. Brent's got the puck. Clears it high in the air, down the ice. It'll go right to Mark Yetman. Cadigan back to pick it up. Cataracts change again. got the third line out there. There's no fourth line as such. Hounsell. Loveridge got it out of his own. Hounsell has it again. Hounsell. Down the ice. This will be an icing call against the Cataracts with 12:37 to go in the third.
You'll probably see a little bit more of that now, George, as the score clock begins to wind down. Now, it's still loads of time left here at 12:37. One of the things that you don't want to do, you just don't want to give away puck possession. So that time, Sammy Hounsell felt that needed a little bit of change. They just had made one change. They needed to get the full complement out there, so therefore decides to ice the puck.
So that line went out and played about 30 seconds for the Cataracts. Hounsell iced it, and they'll change it up. They get Wicks and Sims.
And that's all you
Gill
want.
out there now.
30 seconds, give you a little bit more of a break.
Gill to Hounsell. Hounsell in over the blue line. Hounsell puts it in wide of the goal. Yetman played it off the end boards. Wicks tried to bank it off of Yetman.
He did.
Comes in front. Sims couldn't get a stick on it. Breakers take it. Kavanaugh. Stood up by Sims as he tried to make a move. Sims didn't go for the puck, just played the body.
That's all you need to do, stare at the chest, take away a skating lane.
Blake Dalton poke checked. A little bit of a chant starting up here in the building. Let's go Breakers. The crowd, as we've said, has been a big story of this afternoon. It has been quiet.
Very quiet.
Until they got that goal and then had a couple of chances. So there's a sense that maybe the team can force a comeback here. The Cataracts seem to have settled things down a little bit. McGurk down into the corner. Brown is on it first. That hopped over the stick of his teammate Scott McCarthy. You mentioned that Blair Ezekiel was in the lineup this afternoon. I have not seen him on the ice.
And I haven't seen him. I haven't heard the name called. So.
Nope. Yetman to Wicks. Wicks shoots. Scores!
And that's just a great play. And, of course, Mark Yetman had to play the shooter, and it looked like Danny Wicks wanted to get it back across, but he wraps that short side, beats goaltender Mark Yetman. Cataracts restore their 3-goal lead.
Didn't look like he had any room at all.
Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts goals scored by 63, Danny Wicks. From 42, Pat Yetman.
That hits the banners.
Finding a goal, 9 minutes, 13 seconds.
The Adam Mega Provincial Champions from 2015. That particular banner. Yep. Keeping track of these things.
Okay, we've got a lot of them here as well.
Quite a few banners here at the Jack Byrne.
It's a beautiful arena. Get a chance to get it go around, and it's always nice to read some of the signage there. And, of course, former MHA Jack Byrne is pictured on the back, stands very proudly.
Referred to as the house that Jack built.
Yes, indeed.
Gets by Cadigan. Talking about who I was chatting with between periods. Ran into Jordan Escott and our good friend Ryan DeRozier.
Oh, Ryan DeRozier. Rosie.
Had a great chat with Ryan. Yeah, I haven't seen Ryan in a
little
while now. But he was talking about...
Miss him playing hockey, too.
Yeah, he was talking about how tough it is. One of the reasons Southern Shore need to have a comeback here. It's tough to win at the Joe Byrne, but he said, you remember that time? He said, we beat the Cataracts overtime in Game 7. Mason Reed with the goal.
Yes.
He said, that is one of the proudest moments of my entire hockey career, beating the Cataracts in their own barn in a Game 7.
It doesn't happen often. No, and Ryan DeRozier, who's been a premier player in this league, going back to his first days when he came in with the Deer Lake Red Wings a dozen years ago. And, of course, then he had a number of great years with Clarenville Caribous. And, of course, Played a number of Allen Cups, a couple of times. Picked up for the Cataracts and was a member of the Allen Cup Championship team in 2016-17.
Yeah, Ryan actually joined the league in 2010 because I remember he came as an import with Deer Lake the same year we started doing the old audio cast.
The old audio cast, yeah.
He was a brand new player in the league then. We got to watch him. I was impressed with him from the first game we saw.
Oh, we talked about his skating ability, how strong he was, and of course him and his father were in frequent visitors to this site and listen to us. That's going to be a tripping penalty on the Cataracts. Stuck the leg out. That's an easy call and a dangerous play.
So another power play for the Breakers. Down by 3 again.
Roddy Short will go for 2 minutes or less for tripping.
So Short has an assist, a goal, and now a penalty here in game 2.
Cataracts penalty number 4, Ronnie Short.
Ryan Power.
Time in the penalty, 10 minutes, 28 seconds.
Kavanagh. That pass misfired. Rung around the boards, and he sent the length of the ice by the Cataracts.
Talking about having chats, George, it's good to see contingent out from Grand Falls, Windsor as well. Former Mayor, MHA, Councillor Al Hawkins, Councillor Barry Manuel, Mayor, and Michael Brown.
Deputy Mayor asked Michael last night who's in charge of the town. Both the Deputy Mayor and the Mayor are away.
Yeah, and
I saw them both down at the Edge game Friday night as well.
Wow. I spoke to both of them. I said, I guess the town is shut down today, is it? No council meetings, no chamber meetings? Beautiful. And the guys do a great job as well.
Down into the corner. Hodge over into the corner. Nobody there for the Breakers. Wicks on it. And once again, the Breakers had to go back into their own end with 1 minute to go in the power play.
Yeah, they're doing too much puck pursuing, George. They need to have a little bit more puck
and
possession.
They give it away.
Another miscommunication.
Getman almost stole it. Cadigan over to Beard. Tried to drop it back to Cadigan. Bussey read that. I almost get the feeling the wind has gone out of the sails a little bit, Robert. They
That
had a
fourth
great
goal.
start. And
fourth goal's a toughie.
they got that one early to make it 3-1, then had a power play, couldn't score. Now in this power play, in the first half of it, nothing. Cadigan with a good shot, whiff and saw it all the way.
George, one thing, Cadigan's a great shooter. We watched him last night a number of times, and again today. Very quick release and very accurate at the same time. And they feed him a lot. He must play at least 45 minutes a game. I said 40, that might be understating it.
24 seconds to go in the power play.
Well, he plays on the power play. He doesn't get off on the power play. He stays out for the full 2 minutes most times. Little snowball game over there. I like it.
A lot of snow built up at the gate. Sam Hansel trying to put it in front. Cadigan trying to move it. Shot comes in. Hit a couple of players. Goes behind the goal. Brent off the boards. Wicks with it. Danny Wicks will just gently clear it in and pretty much do it for the power play now. Just 5 seconds left to go, and Roddy Short will be back out on the ice. Wicks reached back with his leg. Got a piece of it. Caused the turnover. Up through the middle, Short to Wicks. Couldn't handle the pass. Behind the play, McGurk and Kavanagh were pushing and shoving.
Yeah, I think
his arm has gone up. Not sure which team is going to get it.
It's going to be a slashing call here to Kavanagh,
It's going to be Kavanagh, yeah.
Retaliation on McGurk. Kavanagh had one last night, retaliation. And it's going to go in the box again here today. Something that they could ill afford after coming off of a power play now to go back and take a penalty such as that.
Just didn't see any urgency in that power play at all.
No, too much puck pursuit. Nothing established down low at all.
Cataracts on a power play, leading it 4-1. Cole, Yetman.
Peter Kavanagh, 2 minutes for slashing. Time in the penalty, 12 minutes, 36 seconds.
Yetman back to Sims. Hopped over the stick of Yetman. Brown is on it. Beard clears it the length of the ice.
And Georgie, even if you don't score on the power play, the fact that you've got to kill off 2 minutes really favors the Cataracts, because that's another 2 minutes that tick off the clock that you're not able to get any offense going.
Yeah, and under 7 minutes to go now. Cole. Bussey. Yetman. Drops it back. Roddy short. In front, it was deflected. Bussey, or Cole rather, got a stick on it. And Yetman stayed with it and made the save.
Yeah, that's a nice little play there. Roddy Shorthead, I think he was actually even shooting it towards Michael Cole, towards the net, who got a stick on it. Nice deflection. Of course, Mark Yetman had to show some great reaction there, and he did, gloving that puck and trapping it against his chest protector there.
Cadigan swinging away. It's to the blue line, forced back. Gill was on him. Up ahead, that was touched. Whiffen around the glass. It'll come out. Cadigan up at the blue line for Nicholas. Went under his stick. Lindstrom has it. Brent following up on it. Mike Brent loved it up to his stick. Brent pushed down along the boards. Puck comes loose. Nicholas with it. To Kennedy. Kennedy in over the blue line. Offside. Nicholas just in a little bit ahead of the play.
Yeah, offside by about 5 feet.
And a little bit ahead of the play.
And the thing is that the forward's coming down. You're already killing the penalty, so you're not thinking about offense. And Nicholas is just saying, get me the puck. So you can't blame either of those two guys there.
33 seconds left to go in the penalty to Peter Kavanaugh. Yetman with Bussey and Cole. Cole's got it. Tried to give it back to Yetman. Pass was a little bit behind him. Thibault drops it. Gets the return pass. Short stayed with him. Power back at the blue line. Feeds it back down in the corner. Behind the goal, Hodge looking for Thibault. Short stole that. Up through the middle. Couple of Cataracts there. Went off Bussey sticking out. Sims to Hoff off the boards. Again, he'll just get it out. Nicholas backhand, save made by Whiffen. Cataracts get to it. Cole couldn't control it. Kept in by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh down low. Try and get it back to Kavanaugh. Cole knocked it off his stick. Kavanaugh's got it in around behind the goal. Bussey's all over him. Back at the point. Cadigan with a shot. That's blocked and it comes out. Once again, Patty Yetman blocking one up high from the point.
Broke the stick.
3 or 4 of those this game. Long shot by Power. Save made by Whiffen. Pass way too far for Andre Gill. 4.5 to go. Cataracts lead it comfortably at this point by 3. See if the Breakers can put together a flurry. Chafe down in the corner. Hounsell stayed with him. Whiffen's got it. Whiffen off the boards, and he'll get it out. It's a tap on the pads from Roddy Short on that play.
Nice move.
McCarthy in over the blue line. McCarthy, easy wrist shot. Easy pickings for A.J. Whiffen on that one.
Yeah, not much there. And, of course, George, with that just underneath 4 minutes now, under 4 minutes, I should say, you see a number of people beginning to exit the building. 4-1 Cataracts holding a commanding lead. And, of course, if they're successful here today, which at this stage looks like that, they will hold a commanding 2-goal lead going back to, two-game lead going back to the Joe next week. As I read somewhere on Twitter this week, from the Jack to the Joe.
That's right. I wonder who posted that.
Well, I did follow Davey Feener, but I think it may have been someone we're familiar with.
Yeah, we go from the Jack Burn to the Joe Burn.
Yes.
games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday if necessary. Friday night's game is 8 o'clock. Saturday, 7:30. And Sunday, if necessary, 1:30.
8, 7:30, 1:30. Get your tickets and get out there and watch some good, nice, exciting senior hockey.
Whiffen had a little trouble with that. Lost in the lights, I think.
That was different. Now we're going to have a penalty for the Cataracts in front of the net here as Nick Lindstrom takes down Oates in front of the net there. But that puck was up in the rafters, George, and it escaped the beams and came down, and of course caught A.J. Whiffen off guard, and he had to be quick to react to that one.
Yeah, played that a little awkwardly.
Yes.
Well, lost in the lights, lost it in the sun. Another power play for the Breakers, down to under 3 minutes to go. And as we look around, the building it was a decent crowd for a Sunday afternoon. Not a full house like last night, but a good crowd. But it has thinned out dramatically. And of course, one of the reasons, Robert, is it's tough to get out of the Jackburn. Anybody's been here. It's just the one road leading out. So people are saying, with this one looking to be in hand, we're going to try and beat the traffic. And
yeah, it's a tough one to get out of his right.
The shot, Whiffen made the save. He covers the rebound. Minute 35 to go on the power play. 2:29 to go in the third period.
And from my vantage point here, George, I can hold open the curtains and just look out in the parking lot, and there's already a traffic jam to say the least. And but it's good for us, George. If they're getting out quicker, that enables us to get out quicker as well.
Yeah, I'm going to be a little while before this one's over. Got to try and pack up all this gear. There's not much room to work, so I've kind of got to wait for everybody to leave because the walking track right behind us.
Yes.
Not a whole lot I can do till everybody's gone. So unfortunately, it'll be a little bit later getting out of here than I would like. Make the drive back to Grand Falls, Windsor tonight after being on the road for the last 4 days.
Yes.
Thibault has got it back at the right point. Down to Nicholas. Shot, Nicholas was looking for the deflection. Went off his stick, up and out of place. They'll bring the face off outside the blue line.
We're at the 2-minute warning, as they like to say in football, 1:59. Minute 5 left in the penalty to Nick Lindstrom. Shots on goal now, George, 43-24 in favor of the Southern Shore Breakers. And if they've got 43 shots, George, they've directed 65 at the net. The Cataracts have blocked at least 20.
And the Breakers have called, well, I thought they were calling. There was an announcement of a timeout, I thought.
And I looked at the coach over with his clipboard, but I think what happened, he said, no, you didn't call it time enough. No timeout call. Well, that's different.
You get a correction from the PA announcer.
Coach certainly wanted to.
Short's got it. Sends it down the length of the ice. Yetman was well out of the goal. I don't know if they were thinking about taking him out, making a last-second push here.
That would be a real big push.
Well, on the power play.
Well, yes.
And Yetman is going to the bench.
So we'll have a 6-on-4 here.
Chance in front. Nicholas missed it. Cole having a look up at that empty net. Gets to center. Puts it dead center. Michael Cole.
And that's the chance you take.
I like it, though.
I agree. I agree, George.
You've got nothing to lose. You're down 3, only a couple of minutes left.
Who cares?
You've got a power play.
Yes.
You might be able to outnumber them, but...
Which, if we go back, George, to Joe Byrne, when Gander and the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts were playing down, and they were down by a couple of goals, and there was no intention of taking the goaltender, that really caught me by surprise.
Now it is really emptying out. Might get this stuff packed up a little sooner than I thought.
Short-handed empty net goal scored by number 13, Michael Cole. The goal was unassisted. Time of the goal, 18 minutes, 31 seconds.
So the Cataracts will go back to the Joe Byrne Friday night, having taken the first 2 games on the road here in Torbay.
Can't ask for much better than that if you're a Cataract fan and player.
Very close-fought game last night, 4-3, a late goal by the Cataracts to complete a come-from-behind win. Today, a little bit different. No late-minute heroics. We're into the final minute here of this one. Cadigan won the last rush. That's going to be a penalty to Greg Hoff. He's taking a chop at the hands of Cadigan. Dumped in right on goal. Whiffin's got it. Will hold on to it. Slashing call.
Yeah, Hoff was watching Cadigan coming in, and
Breakers had too many players out there. Two guys gone back to the bench. Reason for the slight delay.
Cataracts penalty number 44, Greg Hoff, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes, 29 seconds.
22 seconds to go.
19:29.
Thibault fed it across. That was deflected. A shot comes in. Another block by Hounsell. Cadigan with a shot. Whiffen with the save on that one. 10 seconds to go. Thibault, Cadigan. Down into the corner, off the stick of Nicholas. He's pinned against the boards. The two captains are in there. Puck comes out in front. That'll do it. Buzzer goes. Cataracts win it 5-1 and sweep the first two games on the road against the Southern Shore Breakers.
yeah, that's a big victory in Georgia. If you just look at Southern Shore Breakers, they're falling off here now, and they're don't know what their plans are for this week in terms of practicing or what have you, but they're really going to get their acting gear to come back to the Joe Byrne next week. It's a formidable task. Not impossible, but a formidable task.
You hate to even lose one of those first two at home. You lose home ice advantage. You lose two of them, it's a big hole.
Third period summary. Breakers get on the board at 1:21. An early goal, Tebow from Hodge and Powered, and the Cataracts respond at 9:13. Danny Wicks from Patrick Yetman and Hoff, and then the Cataracts empty net goal at 18:34. Michael Cole. Penalties in the period. Cataracts at 1:54. Yetman 2 minutes for high sticking. Cataracts 10:28. Short 2 minutes for tripping. The Breakers at 12:22. Kavanaugh 2 minutes for slashing. Cataracts at 17:06. Lindstrom 2 minutes for roughing, and then the Cataracts at 19:29. Greg Hoff 2 minutes for slashing. Final shots on goal. 44-25 in favor of the hometown Southern Shore Breakers.
All right, folks, that'll do it for us here from the Jack Byrne in Torbay. Next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if necessary, games 3, 4, and 5 of this series. Tickets will go on sale at the Joe Byrne Tuesday evening for holding seat, folks. Check online, check the Facebook page, the web page, and all that sort of stuff. Figure out where to get your tickets for next weekend's games. For Robert Golding, the cameraman Wayne Lynch, my name is George Scott. We will see you next week as we go from the Jack to the Joe. Have yourselves a great week.